Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So off we go then.
Well, Peter, if you're looking for a top-class left-back, look no further than this guy.
The seriously rapid Serginho. What can we expect from him?
Well, he's like a full-back, wing-back and winger fused into one. There's a lot of people who can learn a thing or two about the way he moves about the pitch.
Yeah, particularly the way he picks up those positions to gather goals and offer assists. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
That has been cut short. Now, what about a counter-attack? Oh, no joy this time. Mbappe is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Pass is just off target. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Those looking wide. Gerrard.
They'll want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Looking for the run. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Driven in. And the keeper gets his hands on it.
This is the time you need that pace. Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Olise. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And he was quick to react. And it's Dembele. Spread neatly. There's the shot! And he's done it! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
And now a sudden chance to counter. And this is Dembele. Oh, that's fabulous. That is a crunching tackle. And now the breakaway. The message is clear, none shall pass. Well, that has not gone well. Hakimi kept his eye on it, and he's there. Dembele. Vieira plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Great vision. This looks promising. Bellingham unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
So, really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And here's Mbappe. Can he get it through? Well, that pass isn't the best. Serginho. Mbappe.
Toon really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Tries to pass it through. That is ended up in no man's land. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Haaland! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Kukchu plays it short. It's anyone's ball now. And now they can spring out of defence. Yamal, Batistuta, looking for a runner. That's a pretty loose pass. Zanetti. And Yamal. Zanetti. Zanetti got a long way forward to join the attack. Can he spark a counter here? That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. That's a lovely, neat pass. Zanetti gets over and intercepts. Yamal. Olise. Well, and the whistle goes for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Seoul can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And he's made sure that's not getting through. Desai, and it's Vieira. Desai is very much of the none-shall-pass school of defending. Now it's Haaland. Serginho. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Olise. Up Jisung. Oh, he's been caught nap. He's having a shot! Well taken goal. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So they have it all to do again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Threads one in. Yamal. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And he's there to make the challenge. Gerrard, renowned for his long-range shooting. Can he get on the end of this? Serginho. This is a promising build-up. Played down the flank. And that was nowhere near his best. Now, can they get him away? Schlotterbeck cuts out the pass. Bellingham.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And here's Haaland. And here's Dembele. Chance! And it's in! Into the lead once more. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
After 70 minutes is number 14, Olise. Substitution on the field. Number 15.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Number 11.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Number 19.
He's in a great position here. Played out wide. But where it came from.
Hazard. Number 21.
And he was alert to it.
Number 20.
Park Ji-sung.
Messi. Substitution
Pass somewhat
taking
off
place.
target. Oh, there's a probing ball. Park Ji-sung. Now it's Messi. And he's gone backward here.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
That's a shade optimistic. A probing pass. Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. He has found the way through. Oh, well played.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Desai makes the interception. Plays a sharp little ball here. And Shevchenko! Oh, he's been caught on it here. Well, this could be it, bar something close to a minor miracle.
Well, I like to see, Peter, that they haven't given up yet, so the spirit burns on.
Elects to cross, shot at goal! Now, how often do you see that?
Substitution on the field. Number 18, Park Ji-sung. Number 27, Serginho. Coming on the field, number 22, Kukchu.
Aimed
Number
beyond the
23,
defence. No, it's come to nothing.
Toon really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Substitution.
Serginho is one whose deliveries we all know about. Azar.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Desai, he shifted it to the flank. Ambitious ball here. Good ball over the top. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Rijkaard. And the number on the board is 3. Mikel Merino does... And that will be the final act. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Things already rolling.
Well, Peter, the lethal Ruud van Nistelrooy, one of the great strikers that defined a generation.
And English football in the early years of the 21st century was more or less his time and place.
Yeah, his hat-trick in early May certainly comes to mind. Give me any of those goals he scored that day, all great finishes.
And a week later, of course, his team had secured the title. Isak gets his final... Oh, he's been caught napping! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Nicely aimed pass. Azar. Oh, easy pickings there. Esteval has it in a wide position. Rijkaard. Might be danger here. Joe! What a wonderful goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you...
Just the keeper in his way! Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And the referee's come over. It's a red card. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort, but do hope it's nothing serious. Well, no question, Jim, the referee has seen that as a professional foul.
Yes, sadly he knew exactly what he was doing and he had to go with the risk.
Substitution.
This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. Palmer! Oh, that's a waste. Howson. Hakimi. Howson. Vieira. And it's Vieira. And it's Messi. That's a cute ball. Isak! And it's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Shot could be on. Chance! And there's a goal! And they get themselves in front! As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Van Nistelrooy really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
Messi. Antonetti. Azar. And they can counter here. Vieira conjures time and space where few can. Timber. Juve. Estupinian. Hakimi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And he's there to retrieve it. And here's Van Nistelrooy. Esteval. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Messi. Oh, good take in a good area. And he's straight offside. Threads one in. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Seoul clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And the shot! Oh, this time surely! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Juve. Some front-footed pressing going on here. And it's Messi. And that pass just didn't quite work. Van Nistelrooy tries to pass it through. Estupinian providing an outlet on that flank. Messi. Vieira. And it's Messi. Spread it left. And that was nowhere near his best. Quality ball. Back where it came from. And here's Van Nistelrooy. Nice interception, well timed. Messi is always scanning the pitch for targets. Tries to play it through. Brilliantly cut out. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? And he's quick to return it. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Estupinian. Esteval. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Palmer. He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. Can he get it through? Oh no, that was never going to make it. Vieira. Messi. Timber gets over and intercepts. Rijkaard. That has ended up in no man's land. Juve has found the net here, of course.
At a time.
Cannavaro. Can he get on the end of this? Nuno Mendes. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Juve in acres of space out wide. And that brings the first half to a close. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it.
Please
How would you
join me
review the
in
first
wishing all
half?
the best
Well,
to
Peter,
members
there's
of
no
our fans
doubting
who
that
are
the
celebrating
situation
their
is
winning
quite
anniversary.
bleak when you're not only losing, but a man down as well. And while the break is most welcome in giving the opportunity for the players to regroup, there's no doubting that the next 45 minutes are going to be extremely difficult.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone's chance, surely! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Isak is offering a right smile there. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Well read, nice interception. Nicely weighted ball. Now that looks a decent ball. Now, can they get him away? Cannavaro. Hakimi. Now it's Hazard. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Palmer. Looking for the run. Esteval is wide and looking to get onto this. That's Rijkaard. Yamal. And now the breakaway. Gabriel gets across to intercept that. Pass somewhat off target. Messi, who's set up one goal so far. Yamal wants to run onto this. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. Now it's Yamal. Almost an hour gone. Vieira. Messi. He won't be happy with that one. Esteval. Looking to play him in. Now it's Hazard. Looking for options for movement. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Palmer. Palmer running with the ball. Plays a sharp little ball here. Cannavaro with the slide tackle there. And the pass is intercepted. And here's Van Nistelrooy. Hazard. Aimed beyond the defence. Cannavaro calmly anticipates.
So, really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And he cuts out the supply. Vieira. Nice defending, physical and effective.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
He's had it taken off him.
Substitutions taking place.
Madueke. Isak!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. And I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Now it's Martinez. Martinez!
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And here's Mbappe. Martinez. Decent chance! Goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So the lead now is 2.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter.
Real chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are disappearing out of sight.
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
So now the difference is 3.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Cannavaro kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. He has found the way through. Shapes to shoot! And yes, it's there! And he is away! The launch of a brand new hero. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Chance for a shot! And that's a sharp finish. With so little time left, grandstand finish. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
And a really good game is threatening to break out here. Knocks it into space, and he plays one through. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Great vision. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Oh, that's fabulous. That's the end. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven, and whilst you might argue to the contrary, perhaps a fair result on the balance of things. The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, Peter, this was probably...
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, we're on the way. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, this guy, Rodri, was one of Europe's most...
And Batistuta! Oh, he has leathered that.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Hazard. Bernardo Silva making good progress on the right-hand side. Can he get on the end of this? Rodri. This is De Jong. And it's Lewandowski.
Oh, really well played.
And here's Goulet! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Goulet really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Searching pass he's played there. And that was asking for too much. Courtois with the clearance. Messi. Can he get it through? Hazard. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And this is Hazard. A couple of decent early chances. It bodes well for an exciting game. Spread it left. And it's Zanetti. And this is Hazard. And smartly reclaimed. Chance for a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Lamine Yamal is offering a right smile there.
And we have our very first corner. And that has been knocked clear. Lazio have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Vieira conjures time and space where few can. Well, we've seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Still goalless. Messi. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, well played. De Jong. That has been slung wide. That's a good run down the left. Oh, perfectly measured that. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And now the breakaway. Looking for options for movement. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Vinicius Junior. Akanji.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Passing nice and neat. Alexander-Arnold. And Yamal. Yamal supplying the width on this right-hand side. Messi. And Messi! He's done very well to get to that.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
It's their second corner of the game. And now they can spring out of defence. De Jong. And it's Rodri. And it's Arda Güler. Bernardo Silva. Hazard. Well, that has not gone well. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Kimmich. Here's Rodri. Goulet. And he's intervened well there. And it's Arda Güler. Lewandowski. And he welcomes it in. And he was alert to it. Messi is always looking to break lines. Yamal makes a move down the right. Great vision. And he's cut it out. Güler. Great ball, and Batistuta! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Lazio have a free kick, and he is going into that little black book. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass, and a tricky one at that.
Batistuta going about things with real menace. Rodri. And that brings the first half to a close. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So very little to report. Nothing indeed in terms of goals scored.
Yeah, 0-0, but definitely not from the want of trying. There's been plenty of industry and hard work, as well as some good defending, so I wouldn't be too dismissive just yet.
So both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
So, are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Guardiola. Threads one in. Vinicius Junior. This looks promising. Oh, he's bustling through here. Oh, he's on, shoots! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Rodri, De Jong, Lewandowski, and it's Rodri. And here's Bernardo Silva. That's Cannavaro. And it's Azar. Tries to pass it through. And he's managed to get free. Courtois gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Well, they continue each to cancel the other out. Now it's Güler. Bernardo Silva. Now, can they get him away? Goes for the shot! It's anyone's ball now. It's a promising position. And that's another throw. Well, some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. Yamal needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Courtois getting this one clear. And they're back on the ball again.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Arda Güler. Zanetti. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Aimed beyond the defence. And he's picked it up out wide. Bernardo Silva. Güler.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Rodri. And it's Arda Güler. Turns back here. That could spell trouble. Oh, a gilt edge. It's Hazard! Oh, good finish. How they've waited. Now they have it. You don't keep those outs. He knew. He just knew.
Oh, what a hit, Peter. And there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured. It was simply inch perfect.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
He won't be happy with that one. And here's Hazard. Engages and forces him off the ball. Güler. Your impression so far, Jim?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Substitution on the field. Number 19, Yamal. Number 14, Hazard. Coming on the field, number 10, Madueke. Number 9, Isaac. Substitutions taking place.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Now it's Haaland. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Some excellent... Kachu! And it's in! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
Struck with genuine ferocity. The ball was there at a nice height and he was able to hit it with great control as well.
So that's two now without reply.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Now it's Haaland. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Space for him to turn and look. Shot at goal!
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage and it's time for them to use it.
That's really well cleared. Madueke. Guardiola. Camavinga. Zanetti gets across to intercept that.
Variety is the spice of footballing life too. They need to alter their approach and start shifting this ball out wide.
And it's made its way to him. Oh, it's gone in!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
So a lead courtesy of an own goal.
4 added minutes
Looking
has
to
been
pass their
indicated.
way up the pitch. 4 extra minutes added on. Kamavinga. Doku. He has found the way through. Now it's Haaland. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Kukçu. That's destined for the flank. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Knocks it into space. And here's Yamal. Oh, nice touch. And that is as far as it goes. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended...